Nintendo's always been the grand champion of portable gaming, so what do they do when the console sales start to fall? Well, this time, they're doing something way different, and I'm here to tell you guys about it. So this is the Nintendo Switch. This is what the world is going crazy for right now. Let's see if you guys can check that out. The menus look really plain and basic. They look very vanilla right now. You know, that's just now. Firmware update could fix that. One of the weird things that I don't understand are the design choices that Nintendo decided to go with. For instance, the charging port is on the bottom of the unit. So if you're playing your console on the table with the kickstand, you're gonna have to lay it flat and then charge it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to play like this with the controllers. I'll show you guys the controllers in a sec. This is a nice looking unit, all black, all matte, except when you get to this part here, you can see this piece of plastic hanging out here, and this is the kickstand. And this kickstand's really flimsy. I feel like if somebody were to pull it out to play really quick, they might snap. Or if you have it at the edge of a table and somebody bumps into this, it's gonna fall and break. I don't understand why they decided to go so cheap on the kickstand. One of the main components to hold this thing up. You know, I don't get it. Nintendo, what were you thinking? And another weird thing they decided to do was the fact that they put the SD slot right underneath the kickstand instead of on the top of the unit where there's enough space here for an SD slot, and even better, a slot here for the charging port. But I guess they didn't want to get in front of the fan. I feel like if you're outside playing with friends like in the commercial, who the fuck's gonna do that? You're gonna end up spilling something on here and damaging the port, and you're gonna lose your saves and your games, and you're gonna have to reback everything. I don't understand why they did that. Other than that, it feels like a solid unit, and the screen's not bad. I thought the screen was gonna be really bad because it's 720p, but it's actually really bright and vivid, and the sound is kind of rad. It's kind of loud and decent compared to the Nintendo 3DS, where you had a shitty screen and shitty speakers. This is pretty cool. I like it. So let me show you guys the controllers. So this is the successor to the Wiimotes. These are called Joy-Cons, and they're pretty comfortable, with the exception that the D-pad here are buttons. It's going with the whole concept of the tablet mode, going out playing with friends, because you can detach these from the unit and then use the D-pad buttons as independent buttons to play with your friends. And I will say this is a little bit uncomfortable with people with big hands, you know, like really small buttons, and like they're really close to each other. But you could get different controllers, different configurations, and you know, the only shitty part is that it's really expensive. The controllers are like 80 bucks. I rather get a Pro controller, which is like $70, $80. I'd rather use that, because using this with big hands like mine, it's just really uncomfortable. But when it's docked and you're playing like this in tablet mode or whatever, it's really, really, really nice. It also comes with this adapter. You guys have probably seen pictures when you put these together. When you put these together, it looks like a little dog, and it really does. So I'm gonna snap these together, and it's really easy to snap in. And there you go, there's your dog controller. I don't know why, but it's really comfortable when you're playing. I thought this was gonna be uncomfortable for my big ass hands, but it's actually not that bad. It's really fun, really nice to use. One of the weird things that I found out is that they're selling another one of these, but with like a USB-C on the top to charge the controllers. But out of the box, you get 20 hours fully charged with these controllers. It's just that you can't charge it when they're in this little unit here. What is this called? The grip controller. This is called the grip controller. And it's really easy to take these out too. You just press this button and you slide out. But let me show you guys what the unit looks like when you dock in the Joy-Cons. So you just dock it in, like that. And you get the other one. Is it backwards? No, it's good. You just dock it in, and this is what it looks like. This legit looks like a GPD unit. And if you guys know what a GPD is, it's an Android tablet. One of the things that's bugging me about this is there's no virtual console, and I don't know why Nintendo decided not to put virtual console on this unit. Imagine playing Super Nintendo, imagine playing Sega Genesis, imagine playing GameCube or Wii games on this unit. This would be the ultimate emulator, ultimate powerhouse for all those people that are modding old consoles in order to make them portable. This is small, beautiful looking, loud, and powerful enough to run that stuff, but Nintendo decided to wait. I don't know if they're holding off on doing this or what, but this would have been a powerhouse for retro gaming on the go. Nintendo Switch, there's not a lot to cover because there's not a lot to show. Other than Zelda, I don't know what else to get. There's no well, there is an eShop, but there's no virtual console, so there's really nothing to show you retro gaming wise. So where does the Nintendo Switch fit when you're in a world of iPads and iPhones that have better screen resolution, better sound, more games, and just function better overall as tablets? Because other than the few games that are out, there's no way to watch Netflix on here. There's no way to browse the internet. There's no way to communicate with friends. Still the whole Nintendo way of doing things. Should you guys buy this? I think you should wait till Christmas when Mario comes out. I say wait. I say really wait on this. Unless you really are a Zelda fanatic, get it for that. But right now, this feels like a beta test for everyone and not like a real fully fledged Nintendo product.